So we've talked briefly about some of the things that you need to consider when passing along wealth from one generation to the next. What would be one question that you would use for your clients that could help kind of determine where they're at in the process?
How involved are your children or your heirs? Because if you're not all on the same page, major problems can arise. That can mean things like a family constitution, having a goal, a role for everyone once the significant wealth is built, regular meetings where everyone understands the plan. So there's not one child or one family member here that has one kind of vision for the future, another that doesn't. All things to think about when you're assessing for the next chapter and beyond.
That's so valuable. I've been fortunate or maybe unfortunate to see that every single family office is different, but there's a lot of components of the patriarch or matriarch that generated the wealth usually is the one that sits at the head of the table and is the one running the ship. And they're the ones that say, this is what we're doing, that's it. And it can sometimes, to your point earlier, cause some challenges with that next generation 2 and 3. And what I've found to be really helpful is where everybody has a voice really goes a long way in getting that family to be bought in. There's some great examples throughout history of families that have been able to keep wealth for multiple generations and have been able to continue to keep a legacy of connectedness, of partnership, of entrepreneurialism. But I also have seen that there's plenty of history of families who have had massive wealth that between generation 1 to 2 and from 2 to 3 have been dissipated because they didn't have a way to keep the wealth continuing to be productive from generation to generation. Thanks for listening. If there's anything that you'd like to have talked about further or discussed, feel free to reach out to me via email at dom@1t1.us.